for instance, people projecting themselves as military, threatening others. You know, these days, I'm sure Honorable should be aware, people can no longer put on yellow on the streets of Kampala because they fear to be assaulted.
I was with him yesterday, he was putting on an ugly yellow t-shirt.
That is not true, and you know it.
You were there.
You have no idea what is ugly about yellow and what is bright. It's not your color.
Yes, and that environment is completely tense for everyone. And
So
we
that's
we
why
cannot
you
accept.
want us
What
to
is
put
the
on red
solution?
because yellow is not.
What is the solution?
Let us go to politics, which are civil, of common sense,
So that's why you're enforcing discipline
In the basement.
of patriotism, of tolerance. We have had a senior political leader, not even one, I think several, openly calling for undemocratic means to capture power in public, mobilizing young people, and some are good enough and have ended up in that trap. Why are we pursuing that kind of politics?
That one.
Why are we pursuing that kind of politics? Where we deliberately mislead young people?
Is the army partisan?
Not at all.
Can the army salute any other president that comes into power?
Absolutely. That's the constitution.
So, if that is it, what is the problem with taking an army officer who has murdered before a high court with evidence for him to receive fair, independent, and competent justice?
And what's wrong with us?
You are the prosecutor, the investigator, and you deliver the justice.
The Supreme Court made reference to those points, and the amendment has just addressed them. And that's why I said that law is now stronger, it's more efficient, and it's going to help us deliver justice even better. Because all the issues they raised have been addressed. Not only for the civilians who are under contention, but
What
even
issues
for
have
our
been
own.
addressed?
Because even the UPDF members are also Ugandans. They deserve
The Supreme
fairness.
Court said you can't charge offenses which are chargeable in other courts. Have you included those charges in your new law?
I'm not into those intricacies.
No.
I thought
You have addressed.
You as a member of parliament, because for him, the law has just been given. Have you actually included them? Honorable
You
Medal
brought that
Segona.
Honorable
in
Segona,
the
let's,
surrounded parliament to ensure it goes through.
No.
Honorable, let's let Kano complete his submission. Please complete.
So,
But he promised to tell me about what they did to Mohoz for engaging in partisan politics and threatening to kill and violating rights of other people. He puts in his basement.
so,
He has not answered.
so
I'm waiting.
my appeal was, let the, especially young people, and especially here in Kampala, let them not be misled. Let them observe the law. You are talking about if someone is found drafting
Plaints and
a plaints or something, and they are not a lawyer. How would it look if I was to dress in priestly robes and carry my machine gun and come to patrol the streets? I'm sure
You would not be disciplined in the church.
No,
The
but
church-
they would certainly
the church will
they would
not
certainly
discipline
be
you.
concerned.
The church has
They
no
would be
disciplinary
concerned.
mechanism.
No, the church has a disciplinary committee. They will not discipline you.
No, but they would
Honorable,
be
please allow
concerned.
the Kano to
He asked
complete.
me.
But they will be concerned. So, but the difference is that the army,
They take you where you
the
belong.
army is talking about deadly weapons. I asked here a question earlier. What is not exceptional about a so-called civilian who undergoes military training, gets equipped with deadly weapons, and comes and murders people, or kills people, or engages in any other crime, or aggravated robbery and so on, or rape, as is happening, by the way. Not so much here in Uganda because the security systems are strong, but in many other places around the continent. What is not exception about that person appearing in a court of law legally as the case
Actually,
might
the
be here in
exceptional
Uganda.
cases, Chris, for your benefit, that the Chief Justice was referring to, is that there would be cases where actually he went ahead and qualified it and said where there are no functional civil courts. And I was helping, you remember, I was helping. I said, we can even provide for them. For example, someone has accompanied the army in Somalia, in Congo. They are on the front line. There is no possibility of our soldiers abandoning the front line to bring this person back to be charged in Uganda. Those are the exceptional cases. They were not about talking about exceptional offenses or matters, facts constituting offenses. Situations where the courts in Uganda are not in a position or they are not functional in that particular part. But once courts are here and are functional, the Supreme Court said, don't proceed to the court-martial.
Okay. Gentlemen.
Can I make a quick
Yes.
rejoinder? Just for your information. Since July 2020, I think 2023, when we launched the disarmament operation in Karamoja, because there was an upsurge again after about 10, 15 years since the conclusion of the disarmament operation that time in 2009. In the last 2 years, we have arrested over 26,000 in Karamoja alone now, in the Karamoja sector, 26,000 armed Karimojong warriors using guns to attack their neighbors, even raiding across the border and even across regions. 26,000. Many have been charged and convicted. They are serving sentences. Many are on 26,000. We are already talking about a judiciary which is overwhelmed by thousands of cases long behind the schedule, and they cannot be heard. And yet we have an urgent security problem to deal with in Karamoja.
Okay.
And you are saying that all that should hold, the people can continue committing crime
No,
and so on. Because what happens?
take us more serious. Nobody has said that.
No, listen. But what happens with the civil courts? Bail, detention, they are released. They go back and commit crime. The same people.
Okay.
But we are dealing with that situation.
Yeah, maybe
just a quick comment before we make
you see,
closing
you
remarks.
see,